Alrighty then. We are here now for Adesanya. Adesanya versus Pyfer. Pretty okay card for the most part. Let me go ahead. Fully close that door. I'm gonna pull up the old sports book and pull that up because this is what we're gonna do, right? This is what we're gonna do. Give you some tips today. Give you some tips. I'm actually switching from MGM. This is I'm sorry MGM, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to. Wow, Joe Pyfer went from plus 110 to plus 120. Interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna stop using MGM Sportsbook because they're just not as good as a William Hill Sportsbook. So I just need to go there and confirm my shit, and then I can start gambling with them. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this card here. We have Adesanya versus Bruna Brazil. Now, if I'm correct, she lost her last fight. It's Souza, and she lost against Kong by decision. And her only last win was against Molly McCann and Shauna Bannon. Lost to Gomez by TKO or TKO. How is she the... Okay, I was about to say, she's plus 525. I was looking at the odds. I was like, she's minus 750. She's coming off a loss. Yeah, Adesanya. She's been on a win streak. She submitted Molly McCann. Beats Boom me. So yeah, Adesanya. Let's move on. Ricky Simone versus. And by the way, guys, what do you expect on that one? Like, sorry, I've gone really in depth on that one. Ricky Simone versus Adrian Yanez. Now, Adrian Yanez has not fought for a very long time. Not the worst to put money on, but Ricky Simone, man, he's like on a 2-fight win streak, bro. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Oh man, he was on a 3-fight losing streak. One there. Ugh. It sucks with Ricky Simone because he's actually pretty decent. It's just sometimes he's a little bit ass as well too. Like, we cannot be losing to Rari Barcelos here, unless Barcelos becomes like champion, you know. This one's a tough one. Adrian Yanez is plus 120. And Ricky Simone's minus 145. I mean, wouldn't it be terrible to put some money on Adrian Yanez to catch Ricky Simone? But honestly, could go either way. And either of these guys could catch each other. They both have power in the hands. Maybe Adrian Yanez since he has not fought for a while, it's taken some time to really recover and get things right. Because I know he went on a little bit of a losing streak as well too. So it should be pretty interesting. I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with Adrian Yanez here. He still has like the young prospect kind of thing going on with him. Whereas Ricky Simone, he's been there, he's done that, he's been up in the ranking, he's been down. I don't know. This one's tough, but I'm gonna go with Adrian Yanez by TKO or KO. I don't know around, but yeah. And Adesanya, probably decision or submission. Moving on up. Navajo Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. 14-2 versus Navajo Sterling. I think Navajo Sterling probably clears this guy. Yeah, you lost to Jacoby and you beat Gadesulov by decision. I think this is kind of another setup for another first round kind of finish for Navajo Sterling. Yeah, he's just been beating all the guys they've been having to go up against. Fought 2 times in 2025, nice. So I like to see that. I hope he stays active this year, of course. Yeah, I think Navajo Sterling gets this done. Probably first round or second round KO or TKO against Bruno Lopez. Bruno Lopez, you cannot be losing to Jacob B. If you want to be something in the light heavyweight division. Navajo Sterling is minus 650 and Bruno Lopez is plus 475. I mean, Hell, it wouldn't hurt to throw $10 gets you $57 if he wins. Probably not terrible. If you got the money to throw around, throw fucking 10 or $5 on Bruno Lopez. You might get a crazy upset, and that upset money is huge. So yeah. Anyways, moving up. Casey O'Neill. I don't know why they have the Scottish flag for her on MGM Grand, but they have the Australia flag for her over here. Very weird. Gabriel Fernandez. This is a pick'em fight. Number 12 versus number 14, 11-3 versus 10-2. I should be called by submission. Stoyorenko. Who's Casey O'Neill fight last? Modafari. That's it. And you haven't fought since 2024. Yeah, no. Go with Gabriel Fernandez on this. Casey O'Neill is a little bit of I got some looks, so I can kind of use that as a secondary career versus, I mean, she cleans up well. I bet some good angles, some good makeup and stuff. But Gabriela Fernandez, this is definitely her career. She just got bigger, buffer shoulders. She looks a little bit more in shape. She has definition in her shoulders and stuff. Casey O'Neill has almost no definition in her shoulders at all. So, I mean, you can just kind of see the physical difference here. I think this is a Gabrielle Fernandez win, and she is minus 115. So, I mean, I don't know how this is a pick'em fight if Casey O'Neill hasn't fought since 2024. And she's lost to Modafari. I mean, terrible person to lose to. Moving on up. Marcin Tybura versus Tyrell Fortune. Now, this Tyrell Fortune guy, I actually looked him up before this. I know I did crazy. I'm starting to do research before I do these videos. But yeah, Gabriel Fernandez by decision, by the way, probably or submission. Marcin Tybura versus Tyrell Fortune. Now, this Tyrell Fortune guy. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Copy. Paste his name. So he's 35, 17 wins, 3 losses. Fighting Marcin Tybura, of course. But he's fought in Bellator. He's fought in PFL. Same thing, pretty much. This Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Wow. PFL, Evelyn versus Battle. Maybe I might cover something about that. Maybe not. Is that Cedric Doumbé? That's not Cedric Doumbé. I don't care. Anyways. Tyrell Fortune, 17-3. Not that bad of a record. Lost to Sergey Belovia's heel hook submission. Interesting in the PFL playoffs. Never good to get submitted in the PFL playoffs. Went to LXF, TKO, Rough MMA, KO, and then he got another TKO in Lights Out Extreme Fighting. The problem is that these guys are ass. Marcin Tybura isn't the biggest. He is a pushover, but he isn't the biggest pushover, and he's Polish. So I mean, he lost to Della, but for the most part, he beats a lot of the. Other than the Aspinall, man, he beats pretty much, and Spivak. Other than Spivak and Aspinall and Delija, who he got TKO'd by, he beats most of these guys. I don't know. Tyrell Fortune is the favorite. But Tybura, you put $10 on him, you get 21. So I think that'd probably be pretty good. I mean, we've seen these Bellator and PFL guys come to the UFC and not have really great success. So I know heavyweight sucks, but we're talking about the number 8 heavyweight in the world. So there's only 7 heavyweights above him that are good. All the other heavyweights, he kind of does his thing. And either I think he can honestly probably take down Tyrell Fortune and ground and pound or submit him or something. But I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Tyrell Fortune to really give a strong enough opinion as to him. Just looking at his record, though, and seeing that he's fought in the PFL and that he's lost in the PFL, it's never a good sign because that is lower competition. So Marcin Tybura, he's been fighting the best of the best in the heavyweights, at least we think. So yeah, no, I gotta go with oops. But yeah, sorry about that. Marcin Tybura, I gotta go with Marcin Tybura on this. I think by TKO in round 1 or 2. Moving on up. Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson Jr. This is a tough one. What do they have Chase Hooper as? Chase Hooper is minus 275. Got KO'd by Garcia. I mean, the poor kid just does not have hands at all. Whatsoever. I don't know how he TKO'd Colares. I think it was with ground and pound. But other than that, Clay Guida is not a great one in 2024. Miller is not a good win in 2025. And losing to Hernandez in 2025 isn't too great either, getting KO'd like that. But is Lance Gibson really... I mean, he lost to Greed by split decision. That was his only fight in 2025. Lance Gibson Jr., fearless. $10 pays $32 for Lance Gibson Jr. Again, this is a good underdog pick, I think. Chase Hooper has fumbled the bag a couple times. If this guy is a good power puncher, and I mean, again, I hate to compare physique and stuff like that, but I mean, look how thick and durable this guy looks versus Chase Hooper, very, very thin and frail. Not much definition. I want to say Chase Hooper can get it done, but dude, he just has pillow hands. He really does, unfortunately. His striking is terrible too. Like, his striking looks very, 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 like, I'm still figuring this out, especially the way he throws shit and spinning shit or whatever. His striking looked a little bit better against Miller and Clay Guida, but I mean, those guys are fucking done for in the lightweight division. I don't know how he's a minus 270. I feel like he should be more like minus 100 or minus 110 against Lance Gibson Jr. I think this wouldn't be a terrible fight to put Lance Gibson Jr., even though he has a reach and height disadvantage. Unless Chase Hooper goes super grappling heavy, which is possible. I don't know. I haven't seen Lance Gibson Jr.'s grappling enough to really make a decision on that. But I'm thinking, I don't know. It's tough. Chase Hooper should not be. I really thought he was going to be Alexander Hernandez, and he really fumbled the bag against that. Yes, he got caught, but at the same time, too, like, I don't know. Is he going to try to do a fight where he tries to throw hands and tries to be, entertaining, quote unquote? It's going to be tough. If he fights smart, I think he wins. If he fights striking, I think he gets absolutely destroyed. So it's tough. I am gonna choose Chase Hooper again in this. If he loses, this will be my last time picking him ever. I think Chase Hooper, if he does play it smart, and I think he knows he needs to play smart after coming off of a knockout loss like that, just get a win back on your record. Do whatever means necessary. If you need to grapple, fuck him the whole fight, then go ahead and do that. So I'm choosing Chase Hooper by decision on this one against Lance Gibson Jr. Go ahead and moving on to Ignacio Bahamondes versus Tofik Musayev. It's another lightweight bout we got on here. Ignacio Bahamondes minus 300. We can get the Azerbaijani guy. It's plus 240. Again, who the fuck is this guy? He lost to Orably by submission in round 1. Well, that's not really good. Where else has this dude fought? (22-6). He's 36 years old. Yeah, no, this is 36 years old coming in, and this is his second fight in the UFC, and he just lost to Orably. Fought in Ryzen, lost in Bellator. He beat Sydney Outlaw by TKO. Wow. I don't know. I don't see anything really too crazy of note. Losing to Mythic Orably, I don't know, isn't terrible, but also he got submitted by him in the first round while other guys are making Orably work for it and like fight for full 3 rounds. By the way, fuck Orably, by the way. Any of you fuckers that are like, man, shut up. His last fight was AIDS. Yeah, I think Ignacio Bahamondes probably, this is his kind of comeback kind of fight. The UFC is setting up for him. Fiziev is his last loss, which isn't terrible, but it's also not the best. Ludovic Klein isn't a bad loss. La Chihuahua. Chile. Come from Chile. I think Ignacio Bahamondes gets this done. Probably by TKO. Unless it's tough with this guy. Like, to get submitted by Orably, we don't really see much footage from him. But I'm going to go with Ignacio Bahamondes, get a spectacular KO/TKO. And he's minus 300, so I mean, that's kind of the expectation. Moving on up, Terrence McKinney, Kyle Nelson. Oh, this is on the main card in Big 2026, man. Fucking Kyle Nelson and Terrence McKinney. Ugh. Terrence McKinney. Rebovics got fucking slimed. Sadikov, he got submitted. He got slimed by Bonfim. He got slimed by Drew Dober. And he slimed out for Bola. And he submitted Zion. Which, honestly, submitting Zion was actually a good win. I take back what I said. Yeah, McKinney is a big round 1 kind of guy. He really is. I guess I just rubbed my armpit and I'm smelling it and licking it. It's delicious sweat. Delicious, smelly armpit smell. I love that musk. That was weird. Kyle Nelson, he's just scared me of that mustache. He looks like some sort of he looks like Ball Luigi kind of. I don't know what to say. He looks interesting. His last fight was pretty interesting. They ended up making him keep fighting, even though he was like finishing him, but like for some reason they were saying it wasn't a finish. And they're like, you gotta keep fighting. He survived. And he's like, oh man, he got KO'd by Garcia. Man, this guy just does not fight that often. He does not fight that often at all. Loss, draw. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, loss, 1. I don't know if Terrence McKinney took out Favola in round 1. I think Terrence McKinney can probably take out Kyle Nelson. It's tough though, because Terrence McKinney can sometimes fumble the bag. He can kind of fumble the bag, but I think he's gonna come out guns blazing. I think this is gonna be a Terrence McKinney round 1 finish against Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson isn't really a round 1 finisher type of guy. I mean, he did finish Algio, but a lot of his fights go to round 3 for the most part. So I'm thinking this is going to be a Terrence McKinney KO or TKO in round 1. He's just going to overwhelm him, and he doesn't seem like a fast starter kind of guy. So I think Terrence McKinney just overwhelms him and just takes him out in the opening like 2 minutes or so. But anyways, moving on. Mansour Abdul Malik. Let's see. Are they giving him a layup fight? It doesn't seem like it. Because he got Brundage and then he got Tricoli back to back. And you got this other guy who's ass too. Fought 3 times in 2025. I love to see it. He, blazed. He didn't blaze through Brundage like he should have, but he blazed through Tricoli like he should. You should be destroying Tricoli in the round 1. If you don't destroy Tricoli in round 1, I'm sorry, like you're ass. You're ass. Versus UFC Beliguru. Coming off of a finish over Bekoev. Round 3 KO. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a layup fight for Mansour here. In fact, you get a Belordi is only plus 105, and Mansour Abdul Malik is minus 125. So they're giving him a tough test. We'll see. I think I would have to lean towards UFC Belagaroudi then, because I don't know, like it's tough because he hasn't obviously fought all the time in the UFC. So we don't know his true, like, we don't know. However, I gotta make these videos later in the day, not first thing in the morning. I think this based on looking at these guys, I think this is bound to go. This isn't bound to go the distance. But he looks, for some reason, he looks taller and like rangier. I mean, he is 6'6", but their reach is about the same. I don't think Mansour Abdul Malik has ever fought anyone that was like bigger than him. I think he's been fighting guys his size, if not smaller than him. I'm gonna go with UFC Belarguri for a surprise upset. I think against Mansour Abdul Malik. I think Mansour Abdul Malik, he's been given some layup fights. He took Brundage to decision, which is also not ideal. I know Cody Brundage is like this weird fucking thing that is going on in the UFC where it's like, can you finish him? Can you not? He's asked, you should. And then it's like, oh, he almost wins though. And it's like, maybe you should put $5 on Cody Brundage. And he ends up fucking fumbling it because Cody Brundage sucks. And he gets paid to lose. He gets paid to lose big bucks. Okay. Not sure what kind of fight contract Cody Brundage is on if he keeps fighting all the time like this. So stupid. But yeah, I'm going to go with the UFC Belagaru from Brazil. Moving on up, Juliana Rosa versus Lorraine Douglas. Now, I watched this guy in a Dana White Contender Series fight. He's got some really heavy hands. And they have him as minus 325. So, they're kind of, I think they're kind of just setting this up as like, he's going to go in there and just knock out Juliana Rosa. Juliana Rosa he's done, like, not terrible, honestly. He has a lot of fights in the UFC. I thought he had to fight Landwehr again for a second. How dare you KO Landwehr? Fuck you. I hope you lose. He beat Woodson. It's a pretty good win. Did he get submitted by Dawson? Is he not featherweight? Was Dawson featherweight? Okay, interesting. This one's tough. This one's tough. Again, maybe a crafty vet decision. He is plus 260. $10 pays $36. Not terrible. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these debuting guys fighting these veterans, even though they're coming off of a loss. Like, I don't know. I feel like they should have debuting guys fight against each other, but they have guys who are debuting fighting against like veterans, and I'm like, it's tough. It's tough to make these kind of decisions, and I think they know what they're doing with that kind of matchmaking. I want to say Lorraine Douglas just because his last fight, he has really heavy hands. He swings them like fucking hammers, pretty much. Um, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for Lorraine Douglas to get the KO or TKO against Juliana Rosa in round 1 or round 2. Because, I mean, it seems like he's KOable in round 1, especially if Alex Caceres can catch him in round 1 and Choi can catch him in round 1. I think it's very possible then for Lorraine Douglas to catch him in round 1 ever. So I'm gonna go with Lorraine Douglas by round 1. Damn, he's 6'1". He's 6'1" for 145 is insane, by the way. I'm gonna go with Lorraine Douglas by KO or TKO in round 1. But yeah. Anyways, moving up. Michael Chiesa, Nico Price. Poor Nico Price. Poor Nico Price. Bro. He beat Donald Cerrone I remember that all the way in 2020. He's had a long career with the UFC, low-key. He's been with the UFC for over 10 years now. Win, lost to him. Beat Randy Brown by KO or TKO. That's good. That's all the way in 2018. That's almost completely irrelevant. His last loss was to Vernete Kenov, who just fucking walked in and pieced him up. Total mismatch in this too. And then Garimbo, I think Nico Price should beat Garimbo. This is not that much of a mismatch. Lawyer got a weird. I think Price maybe took some money to get KO'd by Lawler because that was weird. Lost to Philip Bro. Beat Oliveira, which is a pretty good win. Lost to Pereira. I think this one was weird though. I don't know. I feel like because he's been more active, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, I think he can beat Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa, his last fight was against McGee, June 14th, 2025. What was Nico Price's last fight? February 7th, 2026. So he's getting, damn, bro, he's getting back in there fast. He's getting back in there really fast. What's crazy is that what the fuck? He ends up losing and then he becomes a feature fighter on the main card? What the fuck? Dude, they're trying to give Michael Chiesa a layup win. I think Michael Chiesa is gonna fucking struggle. Fucking Nico Price and him are like, I don't know. I feel like Nico Price unironically can somehow beat Michael Chiesa. He's gonna. I feel like maybe this might be a Nico Price like TKO. I'm feeling something weird in the air. Michael Chiesa fucking sucks, bro. He fucking sucks. He was on a 3-fight losing streak. He beat Neil Magny. Ooh, I don't know. That Neil Magny win actually might be aging very well now. Loss. Tony Ferguson, I don't count that. Beat Max Griffin. Max Griffin is ass. McGee, he's ass too. He's 23-14. Like, he's ass too. They're trying to give Michael Chiesa another layup fucking fight just because he's a fucking commentator. Fuck you, UFC. You can fucking suck a hardboiled leg, UFC. But I don't know. I feel a sneaky Nico Price win, and he's plus 425. $5 gets you $26. Like, I'm liking a Nico Price underdog victory pick here because I don't know. Michael Chiesa has never done he's ass and he's just not he doesn't have any. At least Nico Price is awkward and weird. I don't know. Michael Chiesa, he likes to grapple. That's his thing. He stars chokes. I don't know. He has no hands. No hand. Does he have a single KO or TKO on his record? Bro has no hands. He's never hurt anyone with his hands, ever. He has never hurt anyone with his hands throughout his entire career. It's only been submission. I don't know. I don't think Nico Price is just going to let him grab him and take him down like that. I think Nico Price is going to be too awkward, too weird. I'm thinking a sneaky Nico Price victory. A sneaky Nico Price victory. By like round 2 or 3 KO or TKO against Michael Chiesa. I don't know. Maybe Michael Chiesa just holds him against the cage. They'll fight, and we're like, why is Michael Chiesa a fucking feature fight? Put fucking Navajo Sterling, Bruno Lopez, make that the feature fight. Chase Hooper, Lance Gibson Jr., make that the feature. Ignacio Bahamondes, Tofik Musia, make that the feature fight. Terrence McKinney, Cal Nelson, make that the feature fight. Why is Michael... This should be, like, literally in the prelims, like, around here. Marcin Tybura, Tyrell Fortune. That should be fucking the feature fight. Not fucking Michael Chiesa. It's crazy they're giving him the spot card. Sorry, Michael Chiesa, but you do not deserve to be in... For as little as you fight, and for the opponents that you fight, you do not need to be in the feature fight of the main card of the fight night. Even if it's fight night, Seattle, whatever. You should not be here. Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. I was kind of already thinking about this one last night. I think Macy Barber beats Alexa Grasso. She's on her decline now. She had her championship run. She got the belt. She got the money. Macy Barber is not. She's still very hungry. Wants to get to the belt. You know, I think this is a title contender fight. I think if Macy Barber wins, she gets a title shot. I think she knows that. I think she's going to go in there and do whatever it takes to beat Alexa Grasso. And yeah, I think she beats Alexa Grasso, probably by decision. And I think she's just going to be busier than Alexa Grasso. I don't know. Alexa Grasso, like, she's good, but like, I don't know. She let that fight against Silva really get away from her. And it seems like, I don't know, if she's not going into like a finishing sequence or whatever, then oh shit, they fought before. Damn. I think Macy Barber fixes her mistakes and beats Alexa Grasso. I'm still sticking with my Macy Barber pick. This is the older Alexa Grasso, a little bit more through the fire. I think she's fought more too since she lost the amount of fire. I made it says that she lost like this was all the way in 2021. That was 5 years ago. Macy Barber's still young. She still has a lot to do in the division. Alexa Grasso is done. Bye-bye, senorita Macy Barber. Here she comes, and she will beat Alexa Grasso, I think. And Macy Barber's minus 185. Wouldn't be terrible to put some money on Alexa Grasso. But I'm thinking Macy Barber. We're going ahead with Izzy Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. I think Israel Adesanya gets this done. I think it'll probably be a decision. I think if anyone's more likely to get a TKO or a KO, I think it's Izzy, honestly. Joe Pyfer. Let's look at his career real quick. I mean, come on now. Abus Magomedov. That guy's been ass in the UFC. Barely, he can barely stick around top 15, if not below that. I don't know if he even is ranked. Took Gaslam to the decision. Not good. But then again, Gaslam's a chunky, meaty boy. Beat Burial, which is like, yeah, he should. Burial is very KO'able. Lost to Jack Hermanson. Jack Hermanson just skipping around while Joe Pyfer's swinging like an idiot, missing all of his shots. Beat GM3, but like, who cares? Beat Adam Masavi, but who cares? Alassane, do we even see this motherfucker around anymore? I don't think so. When you compare Izzy's record to Joe Pyfer, I mean, it's just so much better, man. It really is. It really is. And I don't know. I just see Joe Pyfer swinging and missing a ton. And I think Izzy, I mean, he's fought Pereira. He's beat Pereira. He's only lost to the best guys. Dricus is like, losing to him isn't terrible. The Mavov fight, I wish he had a little bit more of a moment to be like, all right, let me get some distance when I recover with my eye, because he was like, oh no, the eye poke's good. All right, cool. And then Mavov fucking KOs him. So yeah, man. Izzy's not been able to fight too much. I think he only fought once last year, which kind of sucks. Only fought once in 2024. I wish he was a little bit more active, but that's just kind of how it goes. Lost to Blazkowicz, but for the most part, his UFC record has been really great. He's fought the best middleweights consistently. He's finished them. He's gone to majority decision where he's winning every single round. So I think Izzy gets this done. I think he's going to get this done by decision, or it's going to be a late 4-5 kind of KO or TKO, where he's just been. I think if Izzy really works Joe Pyfer's body with some tips, some spinning kicks and stuff, just don't get too wild with the spinning, because I think that's when Joe Pyfer could catch him. But I think if he makes it really dynamic against Joe Pyfer, I think he can beat him. I don't know if Joe Pyfer is smart enough to go for a takedown. I mean, he has shown a submission ability. Izzy has great takedown defense too. If anything, it would probably have to be like a body lock around the waist kind of thing for Joe Pyfer. But I don't think Izzy's just letting him get that. Izzy doesn't just let people like grab him and hold on to him. He circles out, he breaks hands, and he does what he needs to do to get up and get back to his feet. So I'm thinking an Izzy win. He's got the reach. He's got the height. He's got the leg reach. I think he's going to be very comfortable just outpointing Joe Pyfer for the most part. If Joe Pyfer really comes in wildly and swings, though, that's when I think he's going to get caught, kind of similar to Costa a little bit, where it's going to be like a glancing blow that gets Joe Pyfer. But yeah, I'm going with Izzy Adesanya for this. I think he gets it done. Izzy is a minus 145 favorite. Joe Pyfer is an underdog, so I think the odds makers and fans kind of just know, like, yes, Joe Pyfer is dangerous. He does have power in his hands, but Izzy is just way more educated, and he should be the smarter fighter and get it done against Joe Pyfer. And if he doesn't, I think he should call it quits, but he would be on a 3-fight losing streak. I have seen UFC legends go on greater losing streaks before they leave. I don't know. It'll be tough for Izzy if he loses this one. I don't think it's completely over. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, 15-3 Joe Pyfer is not terrible record, honestly. So we shall see. But I'm thinking Izzy gets this done by decision or late 4 or 5 round KO or TKO. But yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. This is the Izzy and Joe Pyfer fight card breakdown, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what your picks are and all that fun stuff. See ya. Right.